When Hooky went, I kept going, pass, stop, just pass, stop, and then he kept going, and I was like, go on then, and he scored, and it was brilliant, and the whole place erupted.
Oh, fantastic. Took the Man United side on his own, didn't he? That's it, he was good. Yeah, he was one of them players that just got the ball, they used to say, get his head down, never stop, but he stopped in the right place that night.
That was a fantastic night. The Saturday before, we just beat Spurs 2-1 to stay in the Premiership. On the Monday, the sort of tickets were on sale for the testimonial, which was on Friday, the 16th of May, 1997, and they were queuing around the ground to get tickets, and it was unheard of before for a testimonial match to actually be sold out before the actual night, because most fans turn up on the night and play, but it was actually sold out before. It was just typical of the Coventry supporters. They just, it was an unfortunate accident which happened to me, but I think because of the type of player I was, and that you're down to earth lad and things like that, they just sort of took to me a bit, and on that night to come out, I mean, it was raining for most of the evening, but it didn't dampen any of the spirit or anything, and they were cheering when we did the lap of honour. I think we had to do 3 in the end, because it just carried on and on and on. It was just tremendous, and obviously, with United being a big side down as well, it just added to the whole occasion.
He was taken on by Froggatt. 2 up with him. Froggatt goes for goal! That is absolutely brilliant!
What I remember, Roland made an interception and cut across the pitch, and he passed it into me, and I think I was sort of 5 or 10 yards inside my own half, and I just picked it up and ran with it and kept going, and no one came near me, and in the end I just hit it, and to be fair, you don't really know where they're going to go. You can only hope you smack one and it goes in the goal. I mean, if I'd have missed, then I'd have had hooks and no wheeling caning me, because I should really have passed it to one of them. And thankfully it flew in the top corner, and we were on our way. That was a really good memory of Highfield Road. I mean, it's a terrific little stadium, and there was, it just felt very homely. I think you get too many of these new super stadiums that just feel so cold and lack any spirit or atmosphere. But Highfield Road is one of the few grounds that, unfortunately it's now going to go, but that actually retained that sort of spirit.
Gordon Strachan was manager at the time. I think I just played Arsenal and Liverpool in the first team. Magnus Edmund had been injured. I announced I was going to retire, and Gordon very kindly says, "Well, listen, last game of the season is yours. You're playing, come what may." He didn't have to do that, and I thought it was a great gesture from the manager, because I didn't really expect it from him. So he put me in against Sheffield Wednesday, which was nice, and I was desperate for us to win, desperate for things to go well, desperate not to look an idiot. I was 42 by that time. But I enjoyed it, and again there was an enormous crowd on the day, and they were just absolutely magnificent. It was the best send-off anybody could ever have, and really, I spent 17 or 18 years playing for the club, played just over 600 games, and it really was the greatest send-off that you could ever have. And the boys were great that day, and they made sure that I didn't get a great deal to do, and we managed to win the game 4-1, which made everything absolutely perfect, really.
I started with the crew when we started the crew, if you like, in August 1994 with my wife, and in August 1996 we made our first appearance here at Highfield Road in the game against Nottingham Forest in the Premiership, and since then we've attended every game, also many reserve games and pre-season friendlies, what have you, sort of thing. And at the last game of the season, the Derby County game, that will be our 260th game here.
You just get a really great buzz off it, with everybody cheering you on and watching you.
And you want to go on again after you've been on.
It's really good the way that you know that people are watching and they're taking notice of what you're doing. Even if you go wrong, it's quite funny to know that they laugh at you because it knows that they're watching.
I used to come with my mum when I was younger, and I used to think I really want to dance on that pitch one day, because I was always looking for, I was always dancing when I was little, since I was 4, so I always thought one day I hope I'll be on that pitch, and here I am, so it's really good.
Hadji now putting Robbie Keane away. Larson is with him. Keane is in the box though, and that spells danger for Derby. It's a goal for Robbie Keane. He makes an instant impact in the Premiership.
His pace, his skill, his celebration. You've got the goals, and you know, I mean, we need someone now like him. We could do with him so badly. Someone with that flair, someone could get the crowd going. You know, when he got the ball, there was such an anticipation around the stadium. Everyone thought we were going to get something, and we usually did.
If he hadn't come to us, I don't think he would have been as world class as he is now.
We don't get many internationals on our side, and that was a big. It was a sad day when he went.
I was here against Nottingham Forest the other week, and seriously, this first one's been packed for a long time, but it was brilliant. And there's shivers down your spine when everyone's singing and everything. It's brilliant.
I had to queue up for ages, and I just got one of the last tickets, and I had to sit in the East Stand. But even though it was behind a pillar, it was still an amazing atmosphere.
I think Coventry City do it on purpose. Every year they nearly get relegated, so they're the only club in the country that can fill the stadium for the last 2 or 3 matches. I mean, they've been brilliant.
Extremely sad today because my dad used to sit up in the front row there, sat there for 40 odd years, and unfortunately died a fortnight ago. And at Christmas he said, whatever happens, I'm going to make it to the last one, and unfortunately he didn't. So I'm a little bit choked on for that reason, but happy as well because we're moving on. It's forward, isn't it?
Special day today because we're coming up here for over 40 years, and yeah, it's an important day. Not only to stay in this league, which is vital, I think, before we go to the new stadium, but a lot of memories.
New stadium, new beginning for us hopefully. Hopefully we can start moving up now and do something next year with the new stadium. Get a few fans in there like we are today and that. Nice sellout again, we need a bit more of it. And hopefully it's a new beginning for the club.
We're going to be back here again, are we? You know, so we've got to make the most of it.
It was nearly thrown on the way up.
So here comes the Coventry City side for this last ever match at Highfield Road, and the crowd really are in sky blue heaven.